Oh crap, it's a tiger! Oh.
Promise, I swear.
Get out of here.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, rep the set.
We are back for another show. Welcome, guys. What a intense, insane, great episode we saw last night. How amazing was that? Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah,
Did it save itself from losing any more viewers?
100%.
This episode, I think, is the best season finale out of all season finales.
Best episode ever, to be honest.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is what we've been watching for since, like, I don't know, since the coming of Jesus. This is what we've been waiting for. Do you want to start it off, giving your opening thoughts of the episode?
I thought the episode was great. Definitely lots of turns that made me go crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of twists, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want twists, and I think that's what this episode delivered. Great twists, like stuff you just didn't even see coming.
Mm-hmm. And things that they almost introduced so well in the beginning of the episode, and you just don't put things together. Like with Sasha dying, you did not put that together from the opening scene to her being with Abraham. And just every single part where they showed her throughout the episode until she came out of the casket, you had almost no idea until she took the pill.
Yeah, that's true. And
that she was dead in the casket.
And Abraham, Michael Cutlets, is back this episode. Dude, that was so awesome seeing him back in action with the ginger hair. And this one, he's pretty much just talking with Sasha, kind of relating. After you see that she takes the pill, you could probably tell, like, this is probably her heaven, or maybe like what she wants to see when she dies,
or her final thoughts.
Yeah. This episode is kind of like season 6 season finale when it shows I think Glenn, Daryl, and whoever was inside those vans. You know how there was like bullets on the wall? That's pretty much how it is with this episode with Sasha in the casket listening to iPod music. But that's pretty much it with how the episode starts off, which is pretty cool. We see some shots of Ezekiel walking down the road, getting ready to fight, which you said you were confused if, like, how did he decide about this?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, last time they showed Ezekiel, he was still just waiting for the right time. So, obviously, something in the meantime changed his mind or made him finally decide it. Whether it was a conversation with somebody or what, but, they were going ready to fight, obviously. That's why I had the tiger and everything.
My thought is that Maggie somehow, like, talked to Ezekiel and, like, said, today's the day. I think Rick told me to go over his house and play some video games or whatever. So let's all get together and go to, Alexandria. So I think that's what happened. And seeing Shiva, the tiger, out of its, like, cage, that was insane, dude. Like, I was like, yo. And let me tell you, that CGI, that probably one of the best I see. Like, it looks very real, very realistic. So you want to do any comments on like what the battles were?
Well, I mean,
because that's what pretty much happens after like all that. They kind of just start getting ready for like Negan to come.
Well, you think? I mean, there's talk about how with Dwight about setting up kind of just a couple things to slow them down in the road.
Oh,
which they cut down the trees.
I forgot about
Well, they don't show them cutting down the trees. That's what they did. And then you see the conversation with Eugene telling him to talk to him. And I think at that point, Negan, he knew that they were waiting for them at Alexandria.
Yeah.
So you see the way how the wall is, there's the platform to do, the wall checks. And they're all up there, spaced out with the junkyard people.
Mm-hmm. Which, the junkyard people, it's so sketchy,
there was just some weird things that was going on, like when Michonne was in the guard tower with that other girl.
The little schemy Italians, that's what you like to call them. Like, when it was in the tower, she's like, we'll win. We win, we will. Or whatever. And she gives that smirk in her face like, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, how she offered to go to the other one, which obviously she didn't go to.
Yeah, it was so...
there was a lot, and then all of a sudden, they go to blow up the bombs.
Which is insane. Like, when Eugene says, I'm Negan, and Rick is just like, holy crap, what's happening? I really like the look in Rick's face. He's in disbelief that Eugene changed sides. And for me, there's people that don't like as Eugene switch sides, but for me, I honestly love that twist right there. That Eugene has a darker side and he goes to the Saviors
because he feels safest.
Yeah. So
honestly,
when the war's over, the only person that knows about that was Sasha, and now she's gone. So I like to see when the war's over, and
now everybody knows now.
That I mean that knows that the reason why he's in the Savior's side.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, like, I didn't know if he actually legitimately changed sides. You know, a lot of people were talking about how he possibly was just playing to kind of be their inside man. He's not.
Yeah, no,
he's actually on that side. Now, Dwight is still the inside man,
mm-hmm.
and he has been. He came true to his word, although, you know, obviously things changed.
Yeah. With
the Junkyard people switching sides,
if you did,
nobody had any idea the Junkyard were going to jump up behind them and switch sides.
That was such a great twist.
That had me shocked.
I really didn't know how they were going to get out of that until I remembered, oh yeah, we have Ezekiel Maggie coming around the corner.
And honestly, I thought that was going to happen while the Junkyard people were holding them hostage in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it, you know, had a few changes with what you see on the screen. And then it shows how Sasha took the pill. Mm-hmm. And then Sasha jumps out, and Carl took the first shot.
Yeah, that guy went crazy.
Of the actual war.
Yeah, and like I like how Sasha was still kicking ass even after she died. Like she killed like people while she was a zombie. So that was awesome to see that she was still like, hey, I'm still in the fight, yo. And she was biting saviors left and right. And it would have been cool to see Negan get injured by that, like, because that's all Sasha's like destiny in life, to kill Negan. Mm-hmm. And I wish like she kind of bit Negan, and maybe Negan like had to cut off his arm like Herschel or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, I wish he didn't get bit, so he didn't have to lose a body part, but maybe get hurt still.
Yeah. Because
Negan's such a good character that you don't want to see him just lose a limb.
This whole episode was pretty much about weakening the villain, right? Because this episode we see for the first time that the Saviors have weaknesses, and that the Saviors actually lost for the first time, I believe. And it's great to see that the villains are actually scared, and this is the first time we see this, all right? And I thought that was pretty cool to see them, you know, all screaming when that tiger comes in, and it was pretty...
Yeah, so you already know that Negan's probably going to be out in Season 8 looking for a line. Nah.
Right, yeah, that'd be cool.
But this episode was really crazy. Yeah. And so many twists that you just don't expect.
And what's funny is that Rick got hurt again this battle. This guy gets hurt like every battle.
I mean, he was alright,
He's
obviously.
It kind of relates towards, there was an interview that Andrew Lincoln, he was asked how would he die in the show, and he said that he wouldn't die because he's probably like the cure for the virus, right? Since he said like he was in coma, he didn't get affected by the virus or whatever. There was an interview, so maybe that's why he keeps getting injured and nothing happens to him.
But that still doesn't make sense though, because he would still die. He just might not die and change to a zombie. Yeah. If that was the case.
He was shot. Where was he shot? The gut or leg?
He was just skimmed on the hip.
Okay.
It looked like. That's why he was still able to walk so well and everything.
Okay.
He was barely touched by the bullet,
mm-hmm.
and when he fell, he definitely didn't fall all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
He hit something first.
And another character that got beat up pretty badly was Michonne. Oh my god, it's sad to see like her face get messed up. Her eye, I heard there was a tooth that fell out. Some of her dreads came out. It was very bad fight. I thought she was gonna lose at one point.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like when you see the person flying over the edge. It sounded like
Michonne, yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it honestly might have been Michonne's scream.
Yeah.
That they used just to kind of trick people. Because, they could just say it was the other person.
Maybe it was like an adrenaline rush scream. Like, you know, when you're getting crazy, you start screaming. Like Wolverine and Logan. And this episode, I gained all my respect back for Rick. When he said, like, when Negan's about to kill Carl, Rick is like, you could take my hands, you could take my kid, you could kill my wife, but you can never change the fact that I'm gonna kill you and your people. Like, that was such a powerful message right there. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, wow, this guy, this is the dude, bro. This is the best character in The Walking Dead. I don't care if he's the main character, but like, yo, he's the guy. And then,
I mean, he even shows signs of not backing down in the beginning though. When they had all the junkyard people behind him, he was still adamant. He was still saying no. And when he was on the ground with Carl, still said no.
Mm-hmm. And part of the reason is because Carl even denied it to Negan, saying, "You lost, bro." And Negan was like, "What are you talking about, Carl?" So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then this is when the climax happens.
They're at the point now where they're just kind of like, whether they die or not, that group is still going to get defeated, and they know it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because if they do kill Rick's group, and we already know that the other groups are turning against Negan, how are they going to get their resources now? Because they're like those lazy people. They're
still losing that help.
Yeah, the resources. Yeah.
So now they're going to have to be more self-sufficient, which, I mean, none of the places except for really the hilltop with the numbers that they have, because it's small numbers, they're self-sufficient. And not the kingdom, they're self-sufficient, which, I mean, honestly, if they could get rid of everybody in the kingdom, there's probably enough room for everybody in the sanctuary to live there, but they still are going to have to do a lot of work on their own. Yeah, and aren't going to be powerful anymore.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be an interesting season 8. The battle, pretty much, I think we talked about it a little bit throughout this episode, but like the battle was very epic. We have Maggie. She's like brand new outfit, nice hair, awesome jacket, which is actually Glenn's jacket if you didn't notice. And then we have Jesus, Daryl, and then we have what's his name, King Ezekiel and Jerry. It was a great, nice montage of the fight.
Yeah, when they came out, it was just super cool. Like when they didn't come when they were in the wall before Sasha came out, when they didn't see them then. I was like, all right, that's probably going to be not the climax.
The climax
would be cliffhanger. The cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I thought, all right, King Ezekiel and those guys are going to come here when the season or episode's about to end, and then
to be honest,
we're going to have to wait for it.
Yeah, they could have done that cliffhanger with the Sasha part, because when Sasha came out of the casket, I think that was already an hour-long episode. Everything else after that
was the
extended, yeah. So they could have done the cliffhanger there, but
I definitely like what they did. It made it so much better.
Because
so much more epic.
Because of how people complain about this whole season being too much build up, character development, drag along.
And if you watch The Talking Dead, they actually talk about that, about how it's just been all build up and boring, but now it's here, and for the next 4 episodes are confirmed to be insane.
Yeah.
And then after that, whether
it's
we'll kind of talk about it when we get into predictions more, but whether it's, obviously the war's not going to end in 4 episodes, but maybe they're going to regroup, or they're going to take them out and, probably more of a regroup type thing.
Yeah.
From one of the sides. But it's definitely going to come back in full swing probably in the second half of season 8.
I don't know what to say. But yeah, the fight was cool. I like how each character had like their own moment. Like I know when Morgan ran out of ammo, uses the stick, stabs the guy in the mouth or neck, whatever. That was kind of disgusting. But then we have Carol. She goes all ninja style, and Ezekiel with the nut sword.
Here's one thing I never understood, and you brought this up with Morgan, is why after they get a kill and there's 2 people, they just kind of look at each other, they nod, and then they go back to what they're doing. I never understood that because that doesn't happen in real life.
It was like tip to your cheerio, and it was like something like that because they're both British or Australian. I don't know, but like I think it was cool because maybe like Rick is like, oh, you kill now.
You're back. Yeah. Oh, that could be it. But it always seems like they just look at each other, nod their head, and then they're just back in a full swing like right off the bat.
It's just for the episode. It's just for the fans. Like you see that, oh my god, you get hyped. Like oh crap, this is lit. And the latest part of the episode, to be honest, is the tiger. Like this guy is she's jumping, pouncing around, biting people. And I love how Negan's comments is like, oh my god, that widow's still alive, referencing to Maggie. And it's like, oh, I need Daryl back to the saviors there because he noticed Daryl's still alive. And it's, oh my god, a freaking tiger.
He was still super full of confidence before Ezekiel's group came, and then after he was like, crap.
Yeah, he was joking around the whole time, and when he was leaving, he flipped them off.
One thing that shows that he picked up a gun, which is big. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is big for him though.
Why?
Because normally he's the leader, so he doesn't really.
Oh, he doesn't.
He's not a leader like Rick. he just normally just does his killings with the bat
yeah.
and lets everybody else do the rest of the work. But this time he did pick up a weapon and started shooting.
Yeah. I mean, he has to. Everybody else is dying. I mean, he just has Simon to cover him. Well, which is Simon was pretty cool. This
But
episode
you don't
too.
see Dwight in this part.
No, yeah, I think the white was just kind of like there. Because I don't think he wants to cause any damage because he's on Rick's side, to be honest. But
Yeah, but he
still
might
has-
have ran away, honestly, and that's how he
No,
got
no,
rid of it.
there-
But that might be how he got rid of that note. Or that's how he was able to plant that
that
thing that said
yeah.
didn't know.
So yeah, when
Because
pretty much
he might have left it hid
but
somewhere in the woods.
yeah, let's tell it when pretty much when everything wrapped up, Daryl found the the statue, right? So
Yeah, it's just a little like toy soldier guy.
that soldier guy can be seen in the one episode where I think it was Eugene, the episode about Eugene converting into a savior, and he sees that statue like in a house in the woods, whatever. So that's like pretty much what that means. So after the whole little battle happens, I wouldn't call this a war. I would call this like the first battle of
It's
the
the first battle of the war.
Yeah, kind of like the Revolutionary War.
And they officially declare war after this.
Yeah, exactly. And you go back to the Sanctuary, and you have a great shot of the four villains. You have Negan, Simon, Dwight, and then Eugene in the background, which is pretty awesome. Nice shot. You guys, if you watch the episode, just look at that. And then Negan walks out into a podium, and you have like hundreds of saviors just cheering on when Negan says, "It's time to go to war, guys." Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we go back to Alexandria, and you have the three good guy leaders, Ezekiel, Rick, and Maggie. What happened to the other guy, Gregory, right?
They said he just left.
He just left.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's what they had. They had said at one point that he's just gone.
Okay, so I guess he's not coming back or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now this is gonna be cool. The only thing that you can see is that Negan definitely has more soldiers in numbers.
Mm-hmm. But
So
they also still do have,
the Ocean-
despite the Ocean side isn't on their side right now, they are willing to fight for them, just not yet.
because now they have proof that it actually works.
Yeah, they have proof, but they had people the whole time that were willing to join right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then collectively they just decided not to.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least they already know that they're gonna have them to fight. And from what I saw, there's only the one person from Hillside was Maggie
Hilltop. No, I mean
from Hilltop.
there are other soldiers there that, but you just
But
don't,
they might have a few more.
you just don't
come.
recognize them because they don't really talk to. There's not really any main characters at the Hilltop
No,
besides
except
Maggie.
for Gregory was the only one really.
Yeah, and
Because Jesus isn't even
Everybody
part
else
of
is
the
just
Hilltop
a
anymore.
side character.
He kind of left the Hilltop
So-
when Gregory told him to
Yeah.
piss off.
So yeah, that's pretty much the episode right there. Epic episode. What rating would you give this one?
9.8 out of 10.
What's kind of flaws?
The only flaw was the ending. I love the ending where they're kind of reminiscing on the past. The only thing is, which I liked with the end of season 7, season 7, was just the cliffhanger. There's no cliffhanger in this one except that they're getting ready for war. Or to, really fight for war now. I just liked how there's something controversial that you see that, everybody's like, oh, who was it? Was it Glenn? Was it Daryl? Was it, Abraham? Was it this person, that person who got beat with the bat? And
Yeah.
I like that there was something to talk about and kind of argue, with somebody about on who you thought and like kind of look back and find evidence. Now, there's really nothing for that except you're just looking forward to get ready to see a fight.
You just get the hype.
I just like the hype of being able to see something and talk about it.
Yeah,
like
I can
that.
see what you mean about
But I
that.
do like the ending that they did
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah, I can see what you mean about that, but like, after this whole season, like, I think a cliffhanger would probably ruin it.
I don't think it would.
I
Ruin
think
it definitely wouldn't.
I think
ruin it.
this like nice little closure of the leaving Alexandria in victory because the season premieres they lost, but the season finales they won.
Yeah.
So to leave it like at that, and nice little reference to Glenn when Maggie is giving a speech, I think that was a great way to end off the season 7 finale. And
Yeah, the closure was nice, but it would have been cooler even just right after. It could have taken 5 seconds, honestly. It could have been somebody doing something. Just somebody in like the woods or whatever. with a gun pointed at somebody from Alexandria or something, just something That's
Sasha.
the thing I'm talking
No,
about.
it's like
Well, Sasha was already
no,
killed.
No, it's like it could be like Rick closing the gate at night and then Sasha comes out of nowhere.
But Sasha's already dead.
Bites him. Okay.
It could have been just something. Yeah, they killed Sasha. It could have been something so simple.
It could be like the Oceanside showing up at the front gate.
Yeah, it could have been, like I said, something so simple that took 10, 15 seconds, but it just makes you go, yo. like, you just are left in shock at the end of season 7. You're just like, what? Like, your mind is blown, and it's just something like that.
Crazy. Yeah, I know what you mean. But anyways, predictions for season 8?
Probably.
How long do you think this war is gonna last? I don't know.
Well, based on The Talking Dead, I know it's gonna start out with at least 4 episodes.
It's 16 episodes, right? Yeah, I mean, I think
it's 16, but 4 episodes of war. It could be 4 episodes of war, 4 episodes of kind of regrouping. You know, they might suffer a big loss after the 4th episode, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe they lose to the
That's
Saviors,
what's scary.
or they beat the Saviors, and the Saviors take a break to kind of regroup, and then something will happen for the season 8 finale. I have no idea what. They gave absolutely no clue what's going to happen next season, except that there's going to be a war.
It's just going open-minded into season 8.
But there might be something like, you know, the war might start back up at the end of season of 8.5, and then the second part of season 8 kind of picks it back up with war, and then maybe at the end of season 8 there'll be a bigger regroup. That takes a while.
Just regrouping.
It's going to be a lot of regrouping.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like I feel like the first episode of season 8 is going to be pretty much like planning because they finished the battle.
Yeah,
so I think
half planning.
I think it's going to be all the
like,
leaders joined up together, and they're going to be planning. Sorry, this is what we're going to do.
The only thing about that is it almost seems like that's almost what they were doing at the end of season.
I think
at the end of the season they might have been doing some sort of planning while they were up there talking.
I think that was just a victory speech, being like, "We did it! Hurrah! Let's get this party started," or whatever.
They're definitely not going to party.
Yes, they can.
They're not going to party. That's so dumb.
Party on. Okay. And maybe Oceanside will make an appearance
at some point.
At the first episode, yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens with the junkyard.
Oh my god, those people are so.
Are they going to go against Rick's group?
Yes.
Now? Still? Or are they going to go against Negan's group because they're like, well, Negan's group might lose, so we're not going to get anything out of Negan's group. They're almost going to jump sides.
Yeah, they're just little.
Whoever's
rats.
winning at the time because they just want their share of participation, which, honestly, if they have the numbers, it could become a 3-way war.
3-way war. That'd be pretty funny.
It could.
Yeah.
You never
it's
know.
just that they don't have anything, to be honest. Like, they're not even trained.
Well, they got a bunch of guns. You don't know if they're trained.
They don't have guns anymore.
Yeah, they do. They ran off with all the guns that they had.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They didn't just drop the guns and be like, oh, these are yours.
Yeah,
we just lost to you in a fight, but we're going to put the guns down
Yeah.
so we can run away and have nothing.
Yeah, there's a couple things they have to resolve that could happen season. I can't really explain what's going to happen because I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
But, like, they
didn't even give us a hint at all yet.
Yeah,
Doesn't one come out? Won't they have like an official 2-minute trailer probably like at the end of summer?
Yeah, but that really never shows you pretty much anything that's going to happen in the episode.
It's mostly just conversation.
Yeah. But what they have to resolve, a couple things. They have to resolve definitely the junkyard, what's going to happen with them, the guns. Second off, the plans of the war, what's their strategy going into this. Third off, what are you going to do with the outpost? Because I know there's several outposts. We only seen one, so I don't know how many there are. Fourth, what's going to happen with the White's character?
That might be a good start though. Start going to outposts instead because the outposts can come and defend the main.
Yeah.
But if they knock out some outposts first, they get more supplies and...
I can compare the outposts kind of like Minecraft. When you're fighting the Ender Dragon, you know how he has like those little healing towers? Mm-hmm. Those healing towers are kind of like outposts, so maybe that's what they have to do first and then go after the main thing, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea though because then, you know, the less outposts are, the less people and supplies there are to come defend the main group.
So yeah, so the fourth guy is definitely Dwight. What's happened to him? Fifth one, I think, lastly, is the Oceanside. Are they gonna join? If they do join, what do they offer? And what can we do?
They don't really offer anything. But
I mean, they offer a secret area.
Train numbers too.
Because
they're trained.
Yeah, and they offer a secret area because Negan doesn't know about the Oceanside at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be like a nice like hidden base camp for.
One bad thing could be if Negan's group goes out looking for stuff and they find Oceanside.
Yeah, I don't know, because what's the bad about this is like you don't know what their location is. So like
yeah, you don't know how close they really even are to the beach. Obviously, they're somewhat close.
I know they're close to the capital, Washington D.C., because when they're arriving to Alexandria, you could see the White House in the distance, which was a pretty cool shot. And I think that's it. That's like the only location we kind of get.
There's just so much to think
It's
of
a big
and talk
world.
about.
Yeah.
And
So I guess that's our review and predictions for The Walking Dead. Season 7 overall. I liked it. I liked the beginning. I liked the middle when Carl goes into the sanctuary and all that. I liked the episodes with Eugene. And I liked the season finale, obviously. Everything else was kind of slow for me. Definitely the one where Rick and Michonne goes after guns in the carnival. That was kind of a low point.
that was a terrible episode.
Low point for me. And I guess that would be in the second episode, the cell, where they kind of introduced King Ezekiel. They could have done that a little bit better. Everything after that, I give this season probably like a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
With
somewhere around
with
there.
the lows being too much in the episodes. They gotta cut some stuff out.
And even when they did show, some exciting parts with, little fights and stuff like that, they just poorly performed it.
Yeah, because
until season finale.
Because what this season proved, to be honest, is the little stereotype being like, I'll just watch the season premiere, the mid-season's premiere and finale, and the season finale, and I already know what happens the whole season. Like, they gotta fix that, because if you look at the ratings, that's when they have the most views. So they have to make each episode have their own risk and rewards. So
I think now that the war's finally going up, and I honestly even like the episodes like following when they were in the jail, when they had to leave the jail and they didn't really have a place to go. I do like them exploring, moving from place to place as a group, looking for what's next.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I do like episodes like that where they're moving, so I wouldn't mind that. But I mean, I think the war will last through season 8, so we probably won't really see that. Maybe the beginning of season 9 will be when they start having to do that again, because even if they win, everything around them is going to be destroyed.
Yeah, it's going to be
It's going to be such a crazy war that each base will be destroyed, because obviously there was fighting at Alexandria already. They'll be fighting at the Sanctuary. They'll be fighting at Outpost.
They're going to be fighting everybody.
The Hilltop, the Kingdom, maybe even.
Everybody. Yeah, they're going to be fighting each other.
Now, the Kingdom does have more numbers than they brought, though, which will be good.
Yeah, that's true. And they got a tiger, so that's going to be something to see. I don't want this tiger to die. She's like she's like Barky, which is my dog. I named my dog Barky. Alright guys, so that's all we have for you today. That was disgusting. So we'll see you next time.
My guillotine, draping melazine, taking beams, go